We have a couple policy updates for you today. You should have received in your package both this presentation and also the write-up with markups of the two policies that we're going to discuss, and then the legend on the color code, so you can follow that through the process. So, two policies to update. FEB was the selection of architects and consultants for supporting services, and FEG, which is a larger policy that deals with bidding, award, and exchange orders for construction contracts. The policies updates are pretty minor. The intention primarily is to bring both of these policies into conformance with and consistency with policy DJC, which you approved in February of this year. So we want to make sure we're consistent. But again, this is for supporting services consultants, it's A&E, it's planners, it might be civil engineers, et cetera, et cetera. We last revised this policy in 2010. It went through legal sufficiency at that point. It's been reviewed by the legislative auditors twice. And then whenever we make an award on a state finance project, the A&E contract goes up to public school construction program. So the main change, like the change in policy DJC, is out of the state finance and procurement article 13109 that establishes the bidding threshold. The current threshold is $50,000. So in order to make this policy consistent with that, we changed the wording from the prior threshold of $25,000 for board approval and use the wording of DJC somewhat to indicate that in excess of state bidding threshold and consistent with policy DJC, we will come before you for a board approval. So those are the main changes in that policy. And like I say, policy FEG deals with construction contracts. Again, this was also revised in 2010, also been reviewed by the legislative auditors. We looked at it a little bit more and added a few more citations for the educational article. Primarily, what we added was those sections that dealt with the Interagency Commission on School Construction to make sure we had that completely covered, because that covers alternative financing, procurement methods, lots of things. So we decided to include that whole section because it is pertinent. And then again, we added the state finance and procurement section 13109. And we increased the citation for COMAR. We were kind of limited in what we indicated before. So 2303 in COMAR, again, picks up all the responsibilities and procedures for school construction under the public school construction program. So those are the changes. And in terms of the actual policy statement, again, we struck the $25,000 prior limit and included the wording of state bidding threshold and consistent with policy DJC. So that's the extent of our changes. Glad to answer questions or take your comments.
I have no questions, thank you.
I have no questions.
No questions.
I have nothing, thank you.
Nothing, thank you.
It's all good, thank you.
Okay. With that, we're all good.
Okay.
Work
All
session
right.
is
Very
closed.
good.
Wow. That was the quickest one ever. Sorry.
We're trying to make up for yesterday's 3.5
Well,
hour.
there wasn't a lot of